There we go, guys. I had my song, everything. I had my song and everything. I've been talking for like probably 10 minutes. It didn't hit the go live, but I'm glad I recognized that joint. Cool. So I had a rehearsal session. Let's see, what's GameStop at right now? Here we go. Dope Cho, thank you for joining, man. Thank you for coming. You're always here. You're always in the chat, a real one. Here is the hell. I just have my snipping tool. I bought 5 shares today. Screw it. I don't have to prove it to anyone. I bought 5 shares today. I'm goody, I'm gravy. Yeah. So what I said before, GameStop, Ryan Cohen, we got earnings. You're not getting a number out of me because I don't care. It's cool to analyze the earnings, see what's going on afterwards, but I'm not predicting because I know where it's headed. I know the person Ryan Cohen is. I know his father. I don't know his father, but I know from an article I'm about to read. I know the person he is. I know what he is, his financial prowess. This dude built a company up from nothing. Faced over 100 no's, and he is just determined. Didn't change a damn thing. Found Larry Cheng. Larry Cheng invested in Ryan Cohen, and it's history. It's in the books. Um, GameStop, what are we down? 1.28%. Oh well, man. Um, check this out, man. Um, in life, you can't appreciate the highs of the highs unless you feel all the pain. You know, this is the pain right here. I'm not soft, so I'm not wavering in my conviction at all. I'm buying this whole damn ride. Um, but it's going to feel that much better when we get to um, the highs of all time, and it's going to happen, and it's coming, and there's nothing they can do because we have $4 billion in the bank, no debt. We got out. We got out of that. We got out of it. We control our destiny. What the hell is happening? Okay, but listen to this, Joe. Why not? I'm gonna listen to this because of this comment. Man, I love that song. If you don't know, he's talking about his gun right until the end. But take a listen. Earlier, I was playing what's it, Exhibit Snoop Dogg, bitch, please. But yeah, I didn't hit go live, so it almost happened again. I was about to do this whole damn thing, but I'm trying to get out of here a little bit because I still have work. But it's GameStop, man. You can't stop me. All I need in this life of sin is me and my GameStop and my wife and kids. But yeah, me and my GameStop, man. I've been buying this whole way. All I was saying earlier is in life to experience the highest of the highs and truly appreciate it, you got to hit the lowest of the lows. So here we go. Lowest of the lows, man. This is the pain that we've been feeling for 3 years. I am not soft. I am not wavering my conviction. I'm down for GameStop. Every single day you see tick on that chart, I've been bullish on GameStop and I'm going to still be bullish. And this little blip right here lets me know everything. Lets me know that it is not over because if it were, you would not allow that to happen. You were in a boat. Y'all are in a sinking boat with 10 holes and 6 plugs. And y'all trying to figure out, get your dicks out, man. Try to plug another hole because y'all can't stop it. What's about to happen is GameStop is about to show up on all the FinViz filters, all the stock screeners, all the filters because of our $4 billion in cash. And you know it. 1025 book value per share. When people search it up, they're going to see GameStop as an absolute buy, trading 50% book value. That's nuts and it's wild. I can't wait to see 4 billion register on that. Me and my GameStop don't show absolutely every time I hear that song. But let's just get into it, man. I'm not trying to waste anybody's time over here. GameStop's PSA graded cards, their trading cards, man, it's booming. Success is booming. I've been tracking that every single day. Um, less than a month ago, less than a month ago, or exactly a month ago, we were at like 5,300 cards. And it fluctuates up and down every single day, 100, 200, 300. So right now, we're standing at 3,900. We are making bank. And another thing, not only that, we originally accepted $500 max for trade-ins. Then we bumped it up to 750, and now it's doubled to $1,500 cash or in-store credit. Do you know why it's happening that way? Because it's successful. Ryan Cohen rolled it out. Like people are clowning on the retro gaming section. Go ahead, y'all clown on this PSA thing too. Hey, we doubled it from 750 to 1,500. All right. And that's only because it's successful. You think he'd raise it? He'd double it? You think he'd double it from 750 to 1,500 if we're not successful? Look at this thing. Wipe out over 1,000 cards, straight cash for us. And you know we're making big. It's so much easier to take your slabs into to GameStop. Automatic sale right there. Take your cash, get out, or credit. Take your cash and get the F out. Yeah, it's like GameStop in the hood. No, but yeah, man. You don't have to worry about packaging it. You don't have to worry about shipping it. You don't have to worry about buyer complaints, scams, people trying to say you sold them fake cards. None of that. It's all real. Employees check it. They've been trained. Um, we have a whole operating business. It's death by 1,000 cuts with GameStop. GameStop, the business. The holding company, hey, man, I'm going to let Ryan do his thing, because he's got a legacy to fulfill. I know being a parent, I got 2 kids, one on the way. Whole bunch of things going on in my life. That's why I've been busy. Family members, my brother-in-law, basically my sister-in-law's husband, in and out the hospital. He had like a blood infection. So dude's a straight G. He's like, I go over to my in-laws' house last weekend. He's chilling on the couch like with a hoodie on, like, I'm good. I can't go. I'm not going to the hospital with a fever, throwing up. I'm like, dude, go to the hospital tomorrow. He's like, my father-in-law was trying to take him to the hospital. He's like, nah, I'm good. I just need to sleep it off. Ends up, got a blood infection, antibiotics, dude's in and out, but he's back in the hospital now as of last night. So I hope everything goes good with him. But yeah, just a lot of different things. His daughter's birthday was last weekend. His wife has to deal with her husband being in the hospital, continuing to throw a birthday party for my niece. So I was helping out with them a lot. But yeah, man, moving on. Today's earnings, I'm not giving out a number. I'm gonna check it out post earnings. I'm here for the long term to the end, going down with the ship if it goes down. Which when we had $1 billion in cash, and if we had a net loss of $50 million, that would be 2 decades worth of business. Now we're 4 billion. So if we are going down, let's just say on a crazy in opposite world, GameStop started losing money, 50 million a year. Yeah, we got a long ass time. We got 80 years, 80 years to put up with us. Um, man, check things like this, man. This Fortnite card, $869 pro members. And at this point, if you're not a pro member, you're stupid, man. $25 for $60 worth of credits. $5 monthly coupons. You get discounts on trading cards, everything. Let's check out eBay prices. 1,096 for that same card right here. Huge discounts. What is that, like 200? 250, something like that. 250 almost. These ones right here are the Brazilian versions, so they're less valuable. But yeah, man, you can see right there. GameStop, death by 1,000 cuts, man. Um, I'm really excited about the PSA business because we got a ton of Pokemon cards in there. PSA said their company, the inflow of cards, has doubled over the past 2 years, and most of it's Pokemon cards, and Pokemon cards have been taking over sports cards. I'm mainly interested in the sports cards, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Ryan Cohen's got different strokes for different folks. Whatever your stroke is, we got it, you know. But here we go. This is really what lets me know where I'm gonna put my money at. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it grow, and I'm gonna keep buying over and over again. It's this article right here. The secret. It's entrepreneur. This is when they like Ryan Cohen pre GameStop. But now you ain't gonna hear a word because he ain't putting out nothing for y'all to cut us off. We're leading the way, not y'all. Like I said, I don't know if it was on the live. Y'all are in a boat with 10 holes. Y'all got 6 plugs and your dicks. What y'all gonna do? The secret weapon behind Chewy's founder Ryan Cohen's success. Um, and about that, plug. My bad, man, I'm all over the place. But the like plugging the holes. What I'm saying, they're popping up all over the world, man. You got Credit Suisse falling, which their bags were linked to Archegos, whatever Archegos, I imagine. Archegos went to Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse now got bought up by UBS. Carry trade, the Japanese yen carry trade going off. Geopolitical tensions, all this mess. The Russia-Ukraine war still going on. The election, all this turmoil going on. Um, Man, it's not looking good for them, but it's looking good for us. Um, yeah, I'm just excited about it. We've been saying it from the beginning. Market crash is going to make GameStop pop, obviously because their collateral is probably SPY bonds, all types of different things. Treasury yield curve, the spread of the 2 year to the 10 year has disinverted, which is a signal for a recession. Um, hey man, and we're going to be good while their collateral drops. They're going to have to sell off. Banks will have runs. All types of things are going to go down. Let's see. From starting his company to selling it to PetSmart, 3.35 billion. Let's just get into it. RC the Don with his dad. Um, let's go. Here we go. Um, I really like this article. It's really the first time, not maybe the second time, but really reading into it, you really get to know who he is, what his guiding principles are, and you know he wants to leave a legacy for his children. You know, when he's gone, he wants his children to look back the same way he looks at his father, as a hard worker, determined to make anything happen, first one in, last one out, the way you should be if you run a company. But let's get to it, man. Everything I know from empathy, which I try to teach my children. Empathy, principles of making money, I learned by following in the footsteps of my late father, Ted Cohen. We spoke for hours every day. He was and always be my best friend, advisor, and biggest advocate, a successful glassware importer with an impeccable work ethic. My father never missed a day on the job. If he were here today, he'd be worried about the millions of unemployed. You know, the labor market, the reporting, and all the last labor market reporting was weak. It's going down, and that's the problem, and that's why we can head into a recession easily. Um, in struggling businesses across the country, warehouse workers, drivers, construction workers, and small business owners. Those are the people he respected the most. Looking back on his life and influence, the following 5 principles he showed me were critical to my success in building Chewy.com and investing. Watch your expenses. Hey, SG&A is going down on a downward trend continually. That's all he's doing. You saw it in his letter to employees. He said every expense must be scrutinized. And he's not playing. He's not playing games. That's his way of life. That's what his father taught him, and that's what we're going to do. There's nothing's going to get out of hand here. He has full control of the company. Watch your expenses. Disciplined capital allocation is one of the most important skills for running a successful business. Thanks to my father, I had the privilege of learning this firsthand. He kept track of every expense, his power bills, daily gasoline prices that impacted transportation costs, the individual prices of hundreds of glassware products that he sold. My father also kept tabs on Chewy's metrics. He memorized the key performance indicators in both of our businesses. At Chewy, we had maniacal discipline when it came to how we spent money. The company-wide culture of frugality came from his example. Free cash flow was our unwavering governor of growth. What does GameStop have? Declining expenses, a ton of free cash flow. We grew Chewy from 200 million sales in 2013 to 3.5 billion in 2018. Damn, while spending only 130 million in capital. That is wild. Just knowing that and that we have that much free cash to do whatever he wants, man, the future is bright, guys. And girls, if y'all are here, what's up, Jay Kerwin, man? What's up, man? Jesse, you, what's going down, man? Thank you for coming by. Delight your customers. Here, that's what he does, man. That's why the retro store is open. The trading card business, PSA trading card business is open. He knows what customers want. You saw him post about the best omni-channel marketing people. Um, he's thinking of it from a customer's point of view. He's thinking of delighting his customers. What do we want? And I was reading an article about PSA. They're going to start grading comic books soon, very soon. I think in a couple months. So I can see GameStop taking that on as well, along with collectibles. So the business has a long way it can expand. Well, it can be so large. But here we go. Where was I? My father always repeated this quote from his own father. If you, I read this in another place. He's basically saying if you have a carload of, if you have a carload of product you could sell and it makes you a lot of money right now, would you sell it over another carload of product that would get you less money but delight your customers? He says always pick the one that delights your customers because then you get return customers, and that's what the pro member always also does as well. Man, just to talk about the pro membership, I've sold like 5 pro memberships in line at GameStop or when the customer is at the counter and like the employee is trying to sell it to them. And they're like on the fence. I butt in and I'm like, dude, I'm about to use my pro membership. You get $5 every month, and it's only $25. You get $60 worth of coupons, and you get discounts on everything. And now something cool about that, the Astro, the new Astrobot game and the Astro controller. One of my PS5 controllers has like drag on it. I was looking to get the Astro controller. I think it was like a pro member only product. So that's pretty cool. Um, that'll bring in more people. But I like that idea, having pro member only offers. But yeah, so here we go. When we started Chewy in 2011, selling pet food online wasn't a novel idea. The field was crowded with competitors, including Amazon, but our mission was to delight customers in a more personal way. We believe combining the experience of our neighborhood pet store with convenience of shopping online was a key differentiator. The focus was fast shipping, competitive pricing, and providing customers with a hyper-specialized experience. My father showed me how building lifelong relationships with customers was far more valuable than optimizing for short-term profits. I was thinking also about GameStop's marketing because in Chewy, he said he could have been profitable a long time ago, but he scaled up marketing costs, get the name out there, spread it. And when they dialed back their marketing expenditures, they became profitable. GameStop's a little bit different. We don't really market too much. Um, we don't really market too much because we have such a wide base. What other stock do you have where you have rabid retail investors buying every single day, supporting this company till the end? I don't know another stock like that. Nvidia investors, I don't see them passionate the way we are. And we're gonna be here. And the best thing about it is we shop at the stores. We keep the business up, along with all the other customers that are not invested. So ask yourself, what can you do for your company? And that's what I do, man. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm on YouTube. I want to spread the awareness. To that dude that left that comment, stop the loud music. I want to get to the music, the meat and potatoes. I'm a busy man. Man, till you hit go live, shut your mouth. All right, here we go. Chopping it up back and forth. Here we go. I was fortunate to find employees at Chewy who worked relentlessly to grow the company from a 3-person operation to a household brand with more than 10,000 employees. We didn't disrupt the pet industry by accident. It's all planned, man. This guy has a plan. You think these idiots out there talking about Ryan Cohen think he's just sitting on a mountain of cash with no plan? He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows when to move, when to make the moves for GameStop. Our team made huge sacrifices. We opened our first fulfillment center early 2014, and everything from the warehouse management system to Wi-Fi would constantly break down. The team worked 16-hour days for weeks until our supply chain was humming. Everyone from the fulfillment staff to the directors and executives were committed to Chewy's success. You don't get that level of dedication by leading through fear. My father always said, you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. True. Take the long view. Just like you and me, man. We're here for the long term because we know what's about to happen. Going to happen. I can't do a date. What's up, Amber? Welcome. Thank you for coming, man. Earnings. My father was never looking to make a quick buck. He had no interest in material possessions. Every year, through thick and thin, he invested his savings into the stock market. He believed the real money was made through time in the market, not timing the market. When I was 13, he gave me a chart comparing real estate to stock market returns since the 1920s. Real estate annualized returns were around 4%, and the stock market was around 9%. It didn't take long for me to figure out which I preferred. I've been investing ever since. My father never invested in any fancy funds, paid management fees. He bought blue chip companies and held them forever. His 20-year annualized stock returns were over 10%. He never borrowed money or paid interest. As we scaled Chewy, many advised us to slow down and raise prices. We disagreed. The key to our success was obsessing over customers and market leadership. Over the long term, customers and profits intersect. Trust yourself. Hey man, we've done the due diligence. We're here. We follow Ryan Cohen. We know who he is. We know the principles, GameStop's principles through articles like this, his past interviews. We got Larry Chang tweeting out his business principles, which align with Ryan Cohen. Otherwise, they wouldn't be together. And he even tweets out their disagreements, which is fine by me because that's a healthy thing for a board or any management team to do. Admit disagreement, move on, move forward cohesively. And that's what they do. It's like in football, in training camp. If there are no fights in training camp, you got a problem. You got a problem because then you don't have that dog in you. Where was I? For 45 years? Oh, here we go. Entrepreneur, trust yourself, right? I trust myself. I trust everything I've done research on. I've forgotten more stuff than many people know. Entrepreneurs don't operate with a handbook. My father taught me how to be independent and trust my own moral compass. He encouraged me to separate myself from the herd and think critically. When I told him I had no desire to go to college, he shrugged. Whether he agreed with my decisions or not, he supported me unconditionally. Letting me make my own decisions sowed the seeds for me to become an entrepreneur. The confidence to never compromise my vision of building Chewy into the largest pet retailer came from knowing if I failed, he would always love me. For 45 years, he was the first employee to open his office and the last one to leave. He showed me how perseverance and discipline ultimately pay off. Not only was his work ethic unmatched, so was his commitment to family. He gave me unconditional love and showed me how to be a father. Above all, he taught me that the best decisions come from heart, instincts, and empathy. Dad, I will forever be grateful. Man, what a great article. He just talks about this is truly like Ryan Cohen wrote the whole thing basically. He narrated the whole thing, or he wrote the whole thing, but this is what it is, man. He's just dedicated to hard work, the long-term view, and that's what it's going to be, and that's what's going to happen. Whether or not GameStop squeezes, which it very well could, we still have all the fundamentals backing us. All that $4 billion in cash. The net income positive year last year. We'll see what we're going to do this year. But I know, I'm like 99.9% sure this thing is turning around and we're going up. It's all a matter of time. Whether you let Ryan Cohen handle it with business, it's going up over the long term. Whether you let the markets, the ill-fitted, the bad actors with ill intent in the market, whether you let all their bad behavior unfold with the squeeze, great. That's fine with me. GameStop we can have more at the money offerings, make more cash, become a game shire stop away. But that's what it is, man. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, and that's another thing. We're about to show up in all the filters, all the stock screeners. It's going to show the $4 billion in cash. It's going to show 1025 book value per share. And SIRI launching. This was funny. Retards with SIRI calls, finding out their contracts are essentially worthless after the reverse split. I guess they can't sell their calls. They can't do anything. I don't even want to deal with these fools right now. I'm not in the mood for these idiots. I'm just all GameStop. Here we go. This is what I wanted to play also. Another person trading in their GameStop Pokemon cards and having a good experience.
Pokemon, it's Jordan, and I'm here with Kirsten today, and that's because we're going to GameStop. We have got our personal collection, some of the ones from our store, favorites.pokemon.com, and we are finally going to compare if it is easier and makes more financial sense just to take your slabs to GameStop, get your money, get your trade-in value, versus selling them on your own store or eBay with fees. Pick a few slabs. The goal is to try to make $500 and get back here and compare it to what we would have made selling them on our eBay or on our website. So you ready to dive in here?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we're taking. After much deliberating, we have decided we are going to. Some people are finicky, but let's see if we can get lucky and pull $500. All right, so we got Craig here. We got Squirtle up first.
Yep, we're gonna start with Squirtle. We're gonna go through.
QR codes are pretty sick on
the QR code on the back is what they check, and this already passed all the authentication, so it's definitely real.
Sweet. So they shipped one to PSA and they shipped it back saying someone, we did it for one of our subs. Someone said it was colored in, and PSA caught it and said we're not grading this.
Really?
So that's why I stick with PSA, and I see y'all too.
That's incredible. That's very impressive. Yeah, they definitely have the standard as far as like authenticity and all that good stuff. Absolutely.
I joke in our streams. I say when PSA is the one that they stop comparing other grading services to, I'll use another grading service.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What do we have on the squirts?
So that's the 8167 cash.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, and then the trade, if you were looking for store credit, that would be $90.75 in store credit.
Okay.
Next up, you said it's the Palkia? Palkia.
From Astral Radiance.
Okay. So for Palkia, it's $71 cash.
Okay.
$79.20 for store credit.
Okay, so I think selling them is still probably on your own looking a little better, but we're going to do a challenge. So we're going to take cash still. Let's do it.
Okay. And then we're doing
Zardy Boy next?
Zardy Boy next. Okay. So awesome. So the Charizard, it's going to be $79.20 cash or $88 credit.
$80 there. Okay. I think it's about a $100 card in the 9.
And the final is this guy, right?
Yep. That's the Lugia.
The Lugia. Perfect.
Now that one I think is between $3 and $350 when you're selling on eBay. But what I keep saying, eBay's going to rip 13 to 15% off the top.
That's true.
And you have to hope somebody
knows what he's talking about.
That's true. And right now there's 241 cash, 268 credit.
All right, so a little light, but we'll cash for all of them, man. Let's do it. Let's see if we beat that $500. I think we're a little short.
So with your membership. Your pro membership, you actually puts you on a bump for trade credit and cash. So what that actually bumps you up to with your bump, it bumps you up to $544.35.
Boom,
That's
baby.
more.
Not too bad. So we will take the cash. The prices you were giving before was just off the street.
If you're off the street.
Gotcha.
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
Right, and then I put the membership in and it bumps you guys up.
Cool. And when this goes viral and they come for Craig and who this came from, you say, hey, my cut is...
That's right. That's right. All right, so this has the receipt on there with the breakdown of all the prices. This card is activated. You're good there.
Cool. And so it's not cash, so y'all give it to them on a gift card, which is fine with me.
Correct, right. And that's a MasterCard gift card. It's not a store credit gift card. You can use that anywhere. You could go to an ATM and take the money out right now.
The ghetto Walmart always is stocked with Pokemon, so preferably not have a stack of cash when we get
there. You go.
Cool. All right, man. We appreciate it, Craig.
Absolutely.
You are the man,
pleasure.
dude.
And my pleasure. You guys have a great day.
You too. So we are back. We have got our sweet GameStop debit card with $544 on it, roughly. That's sick. I went and did the numbers. I do have Courtney and Kirsten here and a handy dandy legal pad. So, the Palkia. MSRP It's about $110. What I figured for eBay, you get about 10 to 13% fees, plus about 2% for shipping, so I just rounded to 15. Selling on eBay would have got you $93.50 if you sold it for market price. GameStop, if you were out in them streets, didn't
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
have a pro membership, you only get $71, but what we saw at the end, 15% more is what it factors out to. So we got 82. Charizard, 115 market value. eBay would have got about $97, $98 off of that. GameStop, originally off these streets,
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
$79.20, but $91.08. There's what we took home. The Squirtle, $85, same thing, 72 and change off eBay, 81 off these streets.
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
And now here, I think what happened was our boy Craig scanned it, and GameStop system had the non-reverse hollow, so I think we got a little extra there. But we're, shout out Craig. It's not your fault. It was the system. And the big boy Lugia, 340 is currently, as of September 1, what the market value is at on price charting. eBay with fees would have taken you down to $288.93. GameStop off these streets,
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
$241. GameStop with the Pro got us $277 for that slab. So the breakdown total. MSRP, we took $65 of on these streets values.
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
eBay would have netted you $553 roughly. GameStop off these streets,
Girl, I'm out here in these streets.
that's where they're making a lot of their money, is people who don't have the Pro. $472. We took $544, meaning that if you go through all the hassle of the eBay page, the nightmare of eBay customer service,
I'm telling you,
all of that,
it's horrible putting those cards up on eBay. It's so bad.
it is. But you would have made $8.65 more had we put those cards on eBay with the roughly fees that we pay.
Is it worth it?
I don't think so, guys. This could be a game changer unless GameStop changes how they pay. So let us know. This has been fun. A video that we net.
See that? Positive video of Pokemon trading cards, trading your slabs in, man, and we just bumped it up to $1,500 from $750 to $1,500. We doubled up what we're doing, and I like the way RC is implementing it, and he's doing the same thing with the retro. He rolled out the program on a small scale, and he's scaling it up as we profit more and more. Same thing with retro. We're not just gonna come out with a whole bunch of retro games, open brand new stores for y'all. We're gonna get what we have collected together, put it in a retro section, and it's just gonna grow over time. And we're gonna have a retro thing online. All of that. It's all good with me. I like the implementation of that. That's more recent implementation, whether it be IT platforms, new IT programs that roll out in large organizations. They roll it out and they fix it as it goes along. But this is obvious to me. It's growing at a massive rate because just a month ago, GameStop was at about 5,300 cards, and now we're in like the 3,900s. And every day it fluctuates, 100 to 200 cards. We're selling, we're getting new cards. So it's massive growth because we started from 500. Now it's 3 times the amount we give out. So it's obviously successful. Another thing, what I was going to talk about, bond yield curve. The spread has disinverted. The 2 to 10-year spread, the 3-month to 10-year spread, and it's called recessions before. Some people will say, hey, it's not completely 100% accurate. All right, cool. But that paired up with the labor market, weak and soft labor market, it's all I need to know. Geopolitical tensions as well. The war, Ukraine-Russia war going on, election instability, all types of stuff going down. Yen carry trade, it's just holes popping up all over the world. And if you think this GameStop position, if we're talking about MOAS right now, you think this GameStop position is just wrapped up in the U.S., you got to think in another way. You got to think this is a worldwide network that they just swap bags, pass it along all over the place. That's why Credit Suisse fell. That's why UBS is holding the bags. But there's nothing they can do. It's liquidity issues. Bond yield curve, the key recession indicator, disinverts as jobs data looks soft. I'm not paying for that crap. U.S. yield curve okay, here's July 29th, right? Couple months ago. U.S. yield curve nears flip with jury out on recession signal. The longest and deepest U.S. Treasury yield curve inversion in history. Key bond market signal of upcoming recession could be nearing its end. Some indicators in recent weeks have pointed to a slowdown, but growth remains strong thanks to a resilient labor market. Moving on, because it's a weak labor market now. Recession indicator. Now this is in September. That last one was a few months ago. Recession indicator where the perfect track record has started flashing this week. A positive spread across 2 and 10-year treasury maturities following a long period of negative difference has historically preceded economic downturns, Torres said in a note on Friday. Since 1976, every single economic recession has been preceded by a disinversion of the yield curve. Here we go. 1988, y'all know what happened? Recession. They say over here, this time it didn't happen, but let's take a look, all right? This is around 98, 99. The recession in 2000, they'll say that wasn't a recession. Let's take a look at what happened to SPY back then. Let's go to all time. Here we go. Where we at? I can't even see this thing. All right. Right around here. Here is that. 1999, 2000, right? Look at that drop. From 100, basically 100, down to the 50s. Almost a 50% drop. Over here is 2008, 113, down to the 50s. Over a 50% drop. So tell me there's no recession. Because that indicator, when that flips, there's a big pullback on the market. So that's what's about to happen, man. Let's take a look. Now we're coming up. Where were we at? What's that? All right, cool. Where was that? All right, here we go. We got 2006 right here. We had the 2008 financial crisis. 2018, 2019, we had the 2020, the COVID, basically. They say it wasn't a recession, COVID happened. But this indicator still hit, right? So now this is the deepest right now since the last 4. And now we're on our way up. Look, quarter of the way up, recession hits. Quarter of the way up, recession hits. Quarter of the way up, recession hits. So let's see, we're quarter of the way up. What's about to go down? GameStop's just sitting, chilling with $4 billion in cash. We're a holding company. We're about to invest things, buy controlling stakes, maybe have major investments that'll only rise and make our market cap grow exponentially. Not even market cap. I'm sorry, our cash position. But here we go. Investors are responding by unloading almost everything. Torres said, adding that August jobs report unlocked the painful disinversion. The August employment report showed employers added 142,000 jobs, which is below economists' estimates of 164,000. Here you go. I'm not reading Yahoo Finance, Apollo Finance, anything, but it's the same. It's the same thing. Soft labor data, which back here in July, they said it's not a good indicator because we have a resilient labor market. Well, now we have a horrible labor market. So what y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do when this recession hits and your collateral to GameStop drops? What are you gonna do when Nvidia drops? What are you gonna do when SPY drops? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna have your collateral for GameStop? We're gonna rock it. And hey, if we don't, doesn't even matter because I got Ryan Cohen behind me, a shareholder controlling the company. That's why I don't need to know because I know I'm just like him. He's just like us. They're not like us, but he's just like us. He's a parent. He wants to leave a legacy. He wants to do good in this world. He has empathy for people. He has love. He's not a pessimist like Tony DeNaro. Now he's trying to flip positive on GameStop. Get out of here, man. Talking about GameStop swing traders. Noisy Korax, that pessimist, man. It must be hard to be him. Being stinky and alone, man. Goodness gracious. Bank runs, and there you go, bank runs, and this is what's going to happen, man. I'm just telling you, this is their biggest fear, people pulling out money out the banks. So let's see if that happens when a recession hits, right? Their absolute biggest fear is their short-term liquidity, which is our deposits, people's deposits. When big ballers around the world start pulling out their money because they're not sure of banks, the hell is going to break loose. That's Dash for Cash in March of 2020. It's been happening multiple times over the few years. Recently was in June when GameStop ran. They had liquidity issues, small liquidity issue, but GameStop ran. They love to say Roaring Kitty did it. That's not the case. He came out in May. When was it? Late May. GameStop was already up 50, 60% or something like that. 50, 60%. from back in April when I was buying at 10 and 9.99. Bank runs. When banks get caught in a spiral of fear, often enough, rumors of trouble at a bank are enough to trigger a bank run. Rumors can trigger it. Affected banks enter a negative feedback loop of alleged problems, right? Not their liquidity, not their collateral to stocks like GameStop, mainly GameStop. I'm sure there's other stuff, but GameStop is a major, massive position that they cannot unwind because they've been shorting it from like what few dollars, and now it's at 100 when you factor in the pre-split. Not even factoring the at the money offerings, causing more panic, more withdrawals, and so on and so forth. Once banks get caught in this downward spiral, it's only a matter of time before they run into actual liquidity problems, forcing them to sell off assets, often at a loss, as was the case of SVB. Here we go. Perceived or actual weakness of a bank. This is where I'm going to stop after this image. Perceived or actual weakness of a bank, in most cases, liquidity concerns. Uncertainty and fear among bank clients. That'll happen when the recession starts. Customer withdraws deposits. That'll be there in the middle of the recession. Confidence falls further. Mass withdrawals cause worsen liquidity problems. Bank is forced to sell off assets, often at a loss, to create liquidity. Fear turns into panic, insolvency, and collapse. We've seen many banks collapse in our time here. And hey, GameStop's only been rising over the time. Our fundamental position has been rising. Our expenses have been lowering. So, man, with someone with Ryan Cohen and all that responsibility, it's got to be a large weight on his shoulders, but he's told you he's determined. He's learned all of that determination, willpower, drive for success. He doesn't give a damn what people say. He's going with his morals, his will, his plan, and he's going to see it through to the end. That's why he's up all hours of the night doing customer service on social media, scrutinizing everything. That's why he wants the best of every single web developer, app developer, omni-channel engineer, all of it. He wants the best because he wants to be the best. That's why he was the best. He took over in Chewy. He took the whole market over. He beat Amazon. Because he doesn't strive to be number 2. He strives to be number 1. He has a dog in him, and it's going to be there. If many depositors withdraw all at once, the bank itself, as opposed to individual investors, may run short of liquidity, and depositors will rush to withdraw their money, forcing the bank to liquidate many of its assets at a loss, and eventually to fail. If such a bank were to attempt to call in its loans early, businesses might be forced to disrupt their production, while individuals might need to sell their homes and or vehicles, causing further losses to the larger economy. We've lived through 2008. We know this all happens, right? Foreclosures, selling all this stuff just to make your rent, to pay bills, to make your mortgage. Man, it's not going to look good. If that indicator is true, the recession's happening, and we're gravy because we are recession proof as a company. I don't get distracted. They try to sell us on everything. They try to put all these fake stocks up, associate them with meme stocks and GameStops, silver they wanted us to buy, all types of crappy stocks. But there's only one for us, and that's the best thing about it. Here, Swiss calls for a change to unrealistic bank liquidity rules. Unrealistic? Why? Y'all have problems? Y'all can't handle collateral? Switzerland called Wednesday for changes to global measures to prevent liquidity crunches, which were introduced after global financial crisis to make bank runs less calamitous. I was like, what the hell is that word? Calamitous. Okay, there you go. A year after the collapse, Credit Suisse, which was bought by UBS in an emergency rescue. They had to you do it as an emergency to stop. It would stop GameStop from popping. But just to stop the bank runs, to stop what I just read to you about a recession happening. They've strung this thing along for so many years. Let's keep going, man. You want to see where we're going to be at? We're going to be hundreds of percent up. We're going to hit 1,000. And there's no doubt about it in my mind. There's no doubt about it. It's just a waiting game, and we can wait them out, man. We're gamers, and that's what we do. That's what we do. They mess around, they're about to find out. Proposed changes in bank liquidity regulation. These changes, largely in response to the 2023 regional bank failures, are expected to have a significant impact on the operations of banks of all sizes. In particular, The proposal is expected to codify a supervisory expectation that banks maintain the systems and collateral necessary to instantly draw on the Federal Reserve's discount window. There we go. They had the discount window for banks to borrow money. They had bank term funding program, right? The difference is like for the discount window, they had to have collateral. For the bank term funding program, they did not have to show collateral. But let me take a look at that real quick. Is it in here? Let me see. I'm good with this article. Let me move along. Somewhere over here, there's a chart showing the discount window and the actual collateral put up. Hold up. Here we go. This is the discount window, which ended around March 11th, 2024, and the loan term was up to 1 year. So banks need money. The Fed is just trying to keep everything propped up. Here we go. Firms signed up at the discount window. Percent share of firms. 80% of banks signed up for a loan at the discount window right at the end. I think March 11, 2023 was the end of the discount window. And there were 1 year term loans. Was it 2023 or 2020? I think it's 2024 actually. So there's 1 year they have. Firms with collateral posted at the discount window share of firms. Only 40%, 80% of banks got a loan. Only 40% put up collateral. And in the rules, they said that the discount window has to have collateral. But obviously, they didn't do that because people don't have the collateral that they say they do. In the moment stigma this is discount window stigma and time consistency. Banks were not borrowing from the discount window, and the Fed was like, "What the hell is going on? We put out this discount window for y'all to get money." People did not want to. Banks did not want to borrow money from the Fed because then they were afraid that would signal weakness to their investors, and bank runs would happen. What I said before. In the moment stigma, usually attributed to bank executives' perception of potential adverse reactions by depositors, investors, bank examiners, or higher levels of management. By law, discount window loans are publicly reported with a 2-year lag. But a bank might worry that its borrowing could be detected more quickly, potentially triggering a run or causing investors to sell the bank stock. Oh, here we go. Okay, Federal Reserve Board announces the Bank Term Funding Program will cease making new loans as scheduled on March 11th. It's 2024. They got 1 year. So March 11, 2025 is all due back. If a recession hits, hey, we don't have the money. Federal Reserve, can you cover us? Can you bail us out? That's what I see happening. GameStop taking off. The Federal Reserve Board Wednesday announced, yeah, I already said that. All right, but just saying, man, it's all the banks wrapped up into it. Bank Term Funding Program was created to support American businesses and households by making additional funding available to eligible depository institutions to help assure banks have the ability to meet the needs of all their depositors. Bank Term Funding Program offers loans of up to 1 year in length to banks, savings associations, credit unions, other eligible depository institutions, pledging any collateral eligible for purchase by the Federal Reserve Bank in open market operations, such as treasuries, U.S. agency securities, U.S. agency mortgage-backed securities. That's familiar. These assets are valued at par. Bank Term Funding Program is an additional source of liquidity against high-quality securities, eliminating an institution's need to quickly sell those securities in times of stress. What's up, Bryce Hill? Welcome. 10,000 per share? Why not, man? You see the recession coming. Their loans are going to be up, and I can hold for years. So basically, they're fucked. It's been 84 years. It was 50 more. Exactly. Bankers let off the hook, but still F. Yeah, they're still F, and we're going to be gravy because we're a recession-proof company, and we're growing at this time. While everybody's worried about their expenses, we got cash over there to worry about ours. This hoe right here, man, trying to tell me what to do in my stream. Emotional person. What an emotional-ass person. I know you can't even be invested in GameStop. He's a troll. Man, because if you were that emotional, you couldn't hold for this long. Get out of here. Now let me get to something funny. I'm gonna end this soon, but a couple of these videos. Let's see. It's basically I'm just showing Pulte talking about what inning they're in. Bed Bath and Beyond investors. I can't stand these fools because they're all Bed Bath and Beyond trying to take on GameStop when we're GameStop from the very beginning. We're GameStop from the very beginning. We've been through the dip. We know how it feels. We get a taste the sweet rib. We've been accumulating. Let's see what these people got to say.
Monster that they've created
by
giving platform.
No, I agree 100%. Cool. So my next question for you, Bill, is obviously you're aware of what's going on with Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm sure you read about it in the news and whatever it may be. Do you think that that this company has a chance, for instance, of exiting Chapter 11?
I'm be joining on ABC.
Not on your level, Bill. But the question being, going PP, I fell in love with RC. I didn't even know a damn thing about stock 6 months ago, and PP can attest to it because I messaged him and I said, dude, I've never bought a stock in my life. You know, I'm really interested in Ryan Cohen, and show me the ways, teach me about it. And so he showed me Reddit and showed me, you know, read this post and go read this guy. And we just collaborated back and forth. And I was born about 10 minutes away from RC. I bought all the books and I really kind of studied who this guy was and what he did with GME. And I fell in love with the virtues of it. So much so.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not listening anymore. But you saw he didn't invest in stocks. The first thing he did was contact Alex, PP Seeds, for investment advice, how to invest. This dude lost everything. He lost all of his stuff. The only reason he's afloat is because of all of his super chats, all the donations that punk, that sorry dude, Bill Pulte, who's just grifting just to have friends, just so he can feel emotions. That's so pathetic. He's asking Alex. And PP, what was it? Remember when Pulte was on that live stream telling everybody to send PP Seeds $500? That's so pathetic, man. This dude's got nothing. Where are we moving on to right now? Let's see. 106.59. Let's see what this is. Special guest Pulte.
In terms of Atlanta, I know that you...
this dude. Pathetic ass PP Seeds. Trapping Bill Pulte over here, trying to get him... what was he doing? Trying to get him to let him host the Atlanta event or something like that.
You are running an event in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a lot of fun, too.
Yes, and as you know...
It's going to be even wilder than the December event.
Oh, yeah. All right. As you know that, you know, from us talking for a long time, you know, my grandfather was very supportive of this show. He loved seeing the very first event we did in Florida. Unfortunately, my grandfather has passed, and my family has just been, you know, really coming to me saying, you know, asking me about Atlanta, things like that. So tonight, I'd like to directly ask you, Bill Pulte, if I can co-host Atlanta for in terms of in honor of my grandfather. Would you allow me to come to Atlanta and co-host the show with you, Pulte?
Of course, as long as you don't slap me with the dildo.
Right.
Yeah, get this. I am not with it. You know, I'm not doing it. There's just this fool right here, Ian Carroll. He's a punk too.
And that's so mind-blowingly revolutionary. And I'm not saying that necessarily every CEO has to have balls of steel like that, but man, it would be great if he could inspire a few more CEOs to be a little less shitty and to be a little more, like, on our team.
Yeah, and I want to add...
He's an absolute punk talking about how he owns Bed Bath & Beyond shares.
To, you know, you and I had talked a little bit while you've been in town, and I asked you if you actually have Bobby shares. And are you invested in Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah, I bought the exact same calls as Ryan when Ryan bought the calls. I was like, I mean, if he's in, I'm in. Like,
so you lost. That's why we bought GME.
And eventually, I mean, I was like a GME elitist for a long time. And eventually, once I started to follow the whole like progression of BBBY down, and it's like, well, shit, it's like 13 cents. And like, there's something here. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something going on, and I can afford a couple of shares at 13 cents. So I, just dropped a bunch of I had not a lot of money, but I dropped a bunch, and they're just somewhere in the ether, somewhere in the Fidelity.
Of course, they're in the ether because you suck. That's a sucky investment. If you did the work, if you watch Moran's rants, you know private equity all up in the butthole, all up in it. Sue Gove, the assassin, taking out the company. From Zales to whatever, man. She's just a plant just like Adam Aaron is. That's why GameStop is different. Adam Aaron sucks. He's a pedophile. He sexts underage Russian ballerinas, talking about unmentionable things, and people still go out there and support that company. Data Zero, yeah, you too. Morantz mentioned you yesterday. Same thing. You're still supporting that. Tony De Niro still goes to AMC, does AMC movie reviews, but just to get AMC investors to watch his stupid channel. This weird ass accent. What a weird ass accent. Sorry. But and Michael over here
Everything's happening.
talking about what inning we're in.
But then Pulte says today we're over the target.
I saw that.
But then he says we're still in the same inning because we might stay there because of the extensions. So I'm not sure exactly which extensions he's talking about, but
Because there are none. Because there are none. And here's the inning that Pulte says we're in.
ABC, do you have anything to chime in here with Pulte or Ping? Okay.
No, I'm enjoying. Good to see you, Bill. What inning are we in, brother?
I mean, it's getting close to the 8th inning. That's
Put them down soft, Bill. Keep lying about your Bed Bath & Beyond bonds that you own, but you can't show or tell anybody how much you own, just so you can keep grifting from these people and have friends, people that actually want to talk to you. Not trapping Ryan Cohen at the Florida Panthers game, taking selfies, trying to trap himself in the box with them.
That's why you don't see me very happy.
Are we losing the game right now, Bill?
What's that?
Are we losing the game right now?
Definitely down. We're definitely down. Again, I didn't get any information from Cohen about any of this stuff, and I don't want to represent anything, and I don't know whether he's involved or not. That's genuine. I don't think Icon is, as I told you. Who knows? Who knows where this all goes? But
He just said.
All right, there you go. He says we're deep in the 8th inning. If this was this was like March, where we at now, dude, the 9th inning, y'all are done. Business is done. Y'all ain't getting nothing back. And they're still talking about them getting shares back at $15 a pop. Yeah, right, man. It's can't stop, it's won't stop, and it's GameStop. It's until the end. Let's see where GameStop is at right now. As expected, man. They're going to drop it right before earnings. Guess what? I don't care. I'm going to be here. I got the long term on me. Y'all got a recession coming up because of the disinversion of the yield spread. Y'all are messed up. Y'all got, man, all I'm saying is it's good to be a GameStop investor. And we don't have the problems that many other companies have because we got a legitimate CEO that is a shareholder, pays himself nothing, is all about the business. He puts his head into his work, and we balls deep, man. Me, Ryan Cohen, all you elitist investors, we are balls deep in GME. It's GME till I DIE. That's it, man. Earnings. Let's go. I'm going to play something on the way out. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop, man. I think Moran's just started his stream. I'm going to play some music on the way out, man. Dope Choke. Peace out, guys. Let's see what we got. Ushiwali, I'll say that another time. Here we go. Oh, no, let's throw. I was going to play that, but let's throw it back. Rap City the Basement. Let's do that. We can watch a video. Because, this time was the best time. We got real freestylers, not stupid-ass rappers like we do now.
Yeah. Rap City the Basement, Big Tick, Ludacris, JC, DTP, talk.
Ludacris' third album, still whooping they ass. Still travel overseas with over 10,000 cash. Enough money in the chain to keep a country fed. People ask why the skull is cause I like getting. And they wonder if I'm good. Hell yeah, it's a great feeling. I got bongs tall as the Empire State Building. What more could I want? I get it and waste it. Only thing left to take is Rap City in the basement. Snatch the furniture, or here's the plan. Kidnap Big Tigger and hold him for 10 grand. Tell BET if they want to see him again. Bring Freeze, Lathan, and a bottle of gin so I could get right to it. The game, I just threw it. Why I keep going platinum, I don't know, I just do it. It's cause I ain't finished. It's cause I know the business. It's cause the stuff I is as purple as Grimace. From Mickey D's with cheese, I stay open. Y'all wonder why the ice cream machine's still broken. I'm too hot, plus I'm living the life. Only rapper that you know that got best of the booth twice. Jump back, I can't stand myself. Just bought a crib in Miami just to tan myself. What? What they want?
Yeah. Okay, Luda. There was one part of that freestyle I definitely wasn't feeling. Damn, a 10 grand, they better bring 10 million. It's Big Tigger putting it down on BET, holding it down with my cousin Luda DTP. Hey, I'ma do me, please do you. If I ain't on this next album, blame Shaka Zulu. It's Big Tigger off the top, blazing hot, cop the drop, so I can look hot in the summer. Come through funky drummer, never bummer when I'm rolling through. It's Big Tigger and I know your girl swollen too. Looking at the icy chains, he said he got the skull on. He call it head, I call it brains. Yes, Tigger putting on down. I know you hate this. Open up my jacket, girls doing the Matrix. Because the ice is so flossy, it costs me nothing. Never. Big Tigger still clever, yes. Hey, it's baby, tasty. Big Tigger coming on with DJ JC. From Detroit to ATL, I ring your bell back in a minute or so. Watch a video and chill. We out.
I'm not about to play Lil Bow Wow. Yo, Pushing, thank you, man. I appreciate the words. But yeah, man, we're tried and true GameStop investors, and I feel like we're all alike. We all have the same personality. There's punks out there, there's weak people, but the real strong ones, the real hard ones, we've got tenacity, we've got fight, we've got bite, we've got bark in our bite. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Like I know if my wife even watches this, I know she's probably not even watching it. She's never even going to make it this deep into the stream. But I'm about to be going at the end of the month. I'm about to be spending some money. I'm about to go to Hawaii with her for my 10-year anniversary. I'm gonna surprise her. But that could all be GameStop shares. That's how I think of it. But man, you got to live life. You got to get out there. Got to explore the world. Got to breathe clean air. Because damn sure over here in DC, I don't have it. There's a ton of traffic all around. But I just like it, man. I'm a type of I'm a type of traveler, man. I like to experience the extremes of the world. I like to put myself in extreme places, just so I know I can survive. And I got it in. Like my vacation to Alaska 2 years ago. Man, I was in the wild. Like I was driving in ice storms. I went way deep into Alaska, like into Mount Denali, tracking grizzly bear tracks. Like literally, I got my gun on my hip. My family's in the car. I'm like, yo, I gotta live a little. But I always stay protected. I'm always prepared. I always do my homework. I'm carrying what like native Alaskans carry, but I'm out in the wild. Like I'm out in the wild, like straight up. I can survive it. Man, take me to Hawaii. When I go, I'm going in the great white. I'm going in the shark cage over there. Like that's something I wanted to do 10 years ago on my honeymoon. I'm gonna do it. But that's just what I do. That's who I am, man. I can survive. And if GameStop doesn't work out, which it absolutely will, I'm gonna survive too, because I'm a survivor, and that's what we're built, man. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Peace, guys. Good luck with earnings, man. Even if it misses, whatever, man. Who gives a damn? We're here for the long term. We got Ryan Cohen behind our back, Larry Chang, Alan Adel, Jim Group, Show Shop. No, I'm playing. I don't know her name. But much respect to her. GameStop board member, man. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace.